Alright, my fellow agents, as all of you know, we are a family here at the channel. Our goal is to always help each other out, right? And we know that with the introduction of Year 6 Season 1, level 30 players now have the ability to get to level 40 in DC, which is a good thing, and you now have access to Countdown. But the problem we are running into on a daily basis are players jumping into this game mode for the first time because it is so efficient in regard to farming loot, but you're not sure what to do. And look, people are here to help you out, but at the same time, you need to make sure you avoid doing certain in the game because things can get sideways really quick. So in today's video, I wanted to revisit one of my previous videos on how to play Countdown, because if you're jumping into this game mode, there are certain things you need to know. And if you happen to enjoy this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It truly does help the channel out. And if you have a question I do not address in this video, let me know as well, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Now, one thing I'm going to do really quick is give you a very quick breakdown of the most important details in regard to Countdown, but if you are brand new to this game mode, I recommend watching my previous video, which you will see in a moment, because that is going to give you more information which you always want to take into consideration. So first of all, the most important thing when it comes to your build is make sure you do not do a skill build that is going to murder the rest of your squad, because when you get to the end of Countdown, you face hunters, and if you have the assault drone, the assault turret, the stinger hive, something like that, they are going to hack it and murder your entire group. You do not want to be that agent. And secondly, there's a good chance that whoever is the group leader is going to look at the different builds of the people they have in their squad, and if you have something that is going to light everyone up, chances are you're going to get the boot before you even get to play Countdown. Now, what I recommend doing is simple. Take some time and do some build research before you jump into Countdown for the first time, so you go in there ready to actually play. And look, no one's asking you to be a hero, but in my opinion, you have a responsibility to the rest of your group to have some sort of an idea of what you're getting yourself into before you jump into the game mode. And one thing you've heard me say multiple times here at the channel is that one of the best aspects about this game is the community that surrounds it. There are so many agents out there that truly want to help you farm in the game. However, you do not want to be carried by other agents. Yes, they're going to help you out, but make sure you have the ability to hold your own, and not only that, take some time to learn the different mechanics, because this is by far the best way to farm for loot in the game without a doubt. And a lot of people are going to be jumping into this game mode for the first time, which is exactly why I'm putting this video together. Now, for those of you that may not know, what makes this game mode incredibly efficient is that you have the option of choosing the targeted loot that you want to farm for anytime you want, my friends. You can see on the screen, this is where you're going to go to choose it. And not only that, you have the option of changing the targeted loot you're farming in the middle of a match. All you need to do is open up your map, and when you do that, you'll see the same screen you're looking at right now. So whether you're looking for an AR, SMG, LMG, you want a gear set or brand set, this is the most efficient way to farm for those items. Now, the other major benefit about playing Countdown is the fact that when you clear a round of Countdown, you're going to earn Countdown resources. With those, you go to the Countdown vendor like you can see here. You can buy name caches, exotic caches. You have a ton of stuff to choose from. And on that note, I'm going to cut to the previous video I did put out a little while back. If you are new and just returning, I recommend you check it out. And the first thing I talk about is how to join a Countdown match. Now, you can see on screen, you have the option of simply opening up your map. You're going to scroll over to Matchmaking. You will then go down to Countdown, and then you can choose your difficulty. Now, in my opinion, I recommend choosing challenging, because more often than not, you will find a group pretty quick. And not only that, it is much easier to clear than heroic, because the entire point is to get to the very end when you're going to face the hunters. And 9 times out of 10, you will be able to accomplish that on challenging, which is exactly why I recommend it to new and returning players. Now, for those of you out there who would like to start your own Countdown run, simply go to the helicopter at the base of operations. You are going to choose your Countdown difficulty. You will then create Countdown. Now, once you've done that, you'll be taken to the following page, and there you will see a prompt in the bottom right hand corner, which will then take you to the Countdown menu. At that point, you will choose your difficulty, find more agents, and as always, if you have any other questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Now, the other thing you need to pay attention to when you are starting Countdown is who is the leader. Even if you use matchmaking, the game may automatically make you the leader, which means that once you see there are 8 players in a group, everyone will be waiting on you to start this thing up. And to do that, all you do is go to your menu, you go over to social. Once you press that, you will see a prompt at the bottom that says start Countdown. Press that and you are totally good to go. Now, Now, the other very important detail I want to mention as we move on is that you have anywhere from 40 to 50 open spots in your backpack because you want to make sure you are not going through your inventory in the middle of a countdown run. You want to be able to pick up the loot and keep moving. So as most of you know, there are 8 agents total in a countdown run, and they are divided into 2 groups of 4. Now, in my opinion, and please let me know what you think in the comment section, ideally all 8 agents are going to start at the same countermeasure. That way you are always moving through this game mode as a group, but if that doesn't take place, you're going to wind up meeting up at one of them anyway, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. Now, the first major change we're going to notice is that the initial hunters that you face at those countermeasures are not going to drop any loot. That is intentional because unfortunately when this game mode came out, you would have people jump in, take out those 3 hunters, and then bail, leaving everyone else in the group high and dry. So what they've done is they've increased the amount of loot that you get at the very end, and we will talk about that in a moment. Now, once these countermeasures are cleared, the next thing you need to do as a group is clear 2 encounters in order to unlock the main objective. Now, one thing you will hear from a lot of agents out there is that you want to avoid the VIP encounter if possible, only because it takes longer to clear than the other ones. But my friends, if you are new and just returning and you're not sure where to go, simply open up your map and follow the rest of the group. Now, the other recommendation I have, and this is to anyone who really plays this game mode, is that you want to pay attention to the encounters because unfortunately there are some times where people are just running around like crazy. They're not actually paying attention to what needs to be done, and that can have a major impact on the amount of time it takes to actually clear something. So be the hero, worry about the encounters, handle that. Do not worry about your kill count because the main point is to get to the very end. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about the build that you choose to use, and while you have so many different options, the main point I need to get across in this video is that you do not want to use any skills that can murder the rest of your group. And the reason I say that is for those of you out there who may not know that if you go into this with an assault drone, assault turret, or let's say a stinger hive, when you face the hunters, they can hack those skills, and when that happens, they are pretty much going to take out you and the rest of your squad. You do not want to be that agent. And not only that, there may be some times where the group leader decides to check everyone's build before countdown even starts. If they see certain skills, they may give you the boot. So make sure you pay attention to those details. I know many agents out there use the riot foam or let's say a sticky bomb. That's totally fine. And for those of you out there that may use a shield like I do, please make sure when you're playing you have situational awareness. Do not block the fire of the other agents, because when you have 8 people who are truly working together as a group, you are absolutely ripping through this content. You are getting a ton of loot in a very short amount of time, and in my opinion, there is nothing better in the game. Last but not least today, I want to make sure I remind all of you out there to not fire that flare for extraction until there are about 10 seconds left on the clock. The reason for that is because NPCs will continuously come down from the helicopter and you will continue to get loot from them. And once again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, make sure when you get to the hunters, move together as a group. Don't try to be a hero. You know what I mean? Things can get sideways really quickly and that sucks. I do not want this to be a waste of your time. Make sure you maximize your gameplay every single time you log in. And if you happen to have any tips or tricks I did not mention in this video, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. The main goal is to help out as many people as possible. That is going to do it for this thing. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
System malfunctioning. Agent down. agent is no longer in your group.
You kept the lights on. This entire region owes you a debt of gratitude that they can never repay. Thank you, Agent.